What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor, Dark Joker, with another edition of When, Where, Pick, and Dare, where I pick games for the various games that are occurring tomorrow. Whether it's football, baseball, basketball, basically whatever games I want to pick, I will pick them. With all that being said, on with the video. MLB, Detroit Tigers versus St. Louis Cardinals. So the Tigers have a 51.6% chance to win, and the Cards have a 48.4% chance to win. This is at St. Louis. And for pitchers, Tigers have not decided one at the time of recording this, and Palante for the Cards has an ERA of 4.11 and a WHIP of 1.33. So it's not say great, you know, pitching. Palante's a little before, but with the lack of a pitcher for Tigers right now, I don't have a lot of confidence right now in the Tigers, and with the home field advantage, I think the Cards will beat the Tigers tomorrow. Cleveland Guardians versus Minnesota Twins. The Guardians have a 36.1% chance to win, and the Twins have a 63.9% chance to win. This is at Minnesota for pitchers. Baby for the Guardians has an ERA of 4.06 and the WHIP of 1.29. And Badak for the Twins has an ERA of 4.05 and a WHIP of 1.18. So not actually the best pitching for one, but both are a little before. Very close. It's not really significant difference between them in pitching. So I think home field advantage is the big thing here. So I think the Twins will beat the Guardians tomorrow. Kansas City Royals versus San Francisco Giants. The Royals have a 30.7% chance to win, and the Giants have a 69.3% chance to win. The Royals have not decided on a pitcher yet, and Webb for the Giants has an ERA of 2.42 and a WHIP of 1.12. It's San Francisco, and it's good pitching for Webb. So I think with pitching advantage and the home field advantage, I think the Giants will beat the Royals tomorrow. Texas Rangers versus New York Yankees. The Rangers have a 42.6% chance to win, and the Yankees have a 57.4% chance to win. This is at New York. For pitchers, DeGrom for the Rangers has an ERA of 2.29, a WHIP of 0.98. And Yarbrough for the Yankees has an ERA of 3.7, the WHIP of 1.27. So, good pitching for both teams, but I think it's still a definite advantage for the Rangers. So, despite the home field advantage for the Yankees, I'm picking the upset. I think with the pitching advantage, I think the Rangers will beat the Yankees tomorrow. Arizona Diamondbacks versus Los Angeles Dodgers. The Diamondbacks have 42.6% chance to win, and the Dodgers have 57.4% chance to win. This is at LA. Pitchers, Burns for the Diamondbacks has an ERA of 2.56 and a WHIP of 1.25. And May for the Dodgers has an ERA of 4.43 and a WHIP of 1.28. So, good pitching for Burns, not necessarily great pitching for May. Hey, that's well under a 2 difference in the ERA, so definite pitching advantage for Diamondbacks. So, despite the home field advantage that the Dodgers have, I think the Diamondbacks with their pitching advantage are gonna beat the Dodgers tomorrow. NBA. Indiana Pacers versus New York Knicks, game 1. So this is the Eastern Conference Finals. You know, just basically it's gonna start tomorrow. Both teams had big upsets to get to this round. So yeah, they should be both deserve a lot of credit for that. So for this game, the Pacers have a 47.7% chance to win, and the Knicks have a 52.3% chance to win. This is at New York, so just give me home field advantage there. And, it's an interesting series with the two top dogs, the Cavs and the Celtics, both being out. We got these two. It's gonna be interesting, and it could be some good basketball. And with the home field advantage for the Knicks, I think the Knicks are going to win game one to go up 1-0 in the series. College baseball. California Bears versus Wake Forest Deacons. So this is an ACC tournament game. Um, so for neither team is ranked. Cal has a 23-30 record. Wake Forest has a 36-19 record. Yeah, I mean, Cal was able to make it past Miami, but I don't think they're making past Wake Forest. So Deacons are winning this game. Virginia Tech versus Clemson. So, the Hokies are unranked 31-24 record. Clemson's 14 with 41-15 record. Another ACC tournament game. This could be a fun one, but I think with how good Clemson's been playing, I think the Tigers are going to beat the Hokies tomorrow. Pittsburgh Panthers versus Duke Blue Devils. So another ACC game. Neither team is ranked. It has a 28-26 record. Duke has a 36-18 record. So yeah, I mean this could be a good game, especially a lot depends on how good are Duke's chances in making the NCAA tournament. They might be decent. I mean, it definitely needs to win the tournament probably to get in. So yeah, I think, and this is at Durham, so probably way more Duke fans than Pitt fans. So I think with the home field advantage, I think Duke is beating Pittsburgh tomorrow. Alabama Crimson Tide versus Tennessee Volunteers. So SEC tournament, Alabama's 23, Tennessee's 21, both have 41-15 record. This could be a really good game. Both are basically guaranteed to make the NCAA tournament, so they don't necessarily need to win or anything. It is a pride thing. Now, this rivalry isn't as big in baseball as it is with football. Not even close. And even though this is at Hoover, Alabama, I think there's going to be more Tennessee fans there than Alabama fans. So I think Tennessee, with them also being well rested, I think Tennessee's going to beat Alabama tomorrow. Oklahoma Sooners versus Georgia Bulldogs. The Sooners are unranked with 34-19 record. Georgia is 10 with 42-14 record. It's SEC tournament. So, Georgia's well rested from getting a bye. Oklahoma played, they basically already played to some, so they're a little more worn. So I think with how good Georgia's been playing and with how well rested they are compared to Oklahoma, I think Georgia beats Oklahoma tomorrow. Florida Gators versus Ole Miss Rebels. Florida's 15, 38-19 record. Ole Miss at 17, 37-18 record. So, this could be a really good game. Two closely ranked opponents, close records. You know, both have good baseball programs. But yeah, this could be a good game. Ole Miss is more well rested. And there might be more Ole Miss fans there than in Hoover than Florida fans. So I mean, I don't know how much Florida actually shows up to like Hoover, like the Mississippi school, like the Mississippi schools and LSU, they'll show up. I don't know how much Florida shows up. Tennessee will show up more now. I think there'll be more Ole Miss people there, and I think that could affect some things. So I'm picking Ole Miss to beat Florida tomorrow. Illinois fighting Illini versus UCLA Bruins. So this is Big Ten tournament. Illinois is unranked 30-23 record. UCLA is ranked 13 with a 39-15 record. So this tournament game, UCLA is basically guaranteed to be in the NCAA tournament. So Illinois might need it more. I don't know how good their odds are. But yeah, this could be interesting. I mean, UCLA fans probably would have to travel more than Illinois fans because the tournament's in Nebraska. But yeah, I mean, UCLA with how well they played, I think and with them being, you know, being more well rested right now than Illinois is. So I think, you know, I think that UCLA beats Illinois tomorrow. Penn State Nittany Lions versus Washington Huskies. This is a Big Ten tournament game. You know, both teams had to travel pretty far to get to Omaha, but and neither team is ranked. Penn State's 31-22, Washington is 29-26. Penn State probably does not need this win as much as Washington does. That could affect things, but I mean, it's tough. Both are probably well rested. I don't think either one played yesterday. And yeah, I think that it's a tough one, but I'm gonna pick Penn State to beat Washington tomorrow. Here's Scarlet Knights versus Iowa Hawkeyes. So neither team is ranked. Rutgers has a 29-27 record. Iowa has a 32-21 record. It's a Big Ten tournament. So yeah, so I mean, Rutgers basically has to win the two in order to have a chance of making the NCAA tournament. Iowa probably does too, but it's a maybe. But yeah, I think that could be an interesting one. Iowa's not gonna have to. I mean, neither one has to travel too far to Omaha. I think Iowa is closer. So anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I think Iowa is probably a better team. So I think Iowa will beat Rutgers tomorrow. BYU Cougars versus Arizona State Sun Devils. This is a Big 12 tournament game. And, this is in, Texas. Both teams had traveled decently far to get there. And yeah, let's see. I mean, as far as like, rank, records, all that stuff, I mean, like, like, neither team is ranked. I mean, BYU is 27-26 record, Arizona State 35-21 record. So BYU definitely needs to win a lot more. But I think Arizona State amount of wins each team has. I mean, there's no information I have on either one, but I think that Arizona State beats BYU tomorrow. Texas Tech Red Raiders versus Cincinnati Bearcats. So neither team is ranked. Texas Tech 19-32 record, Cincinnati 31-23 record. It's a Big 12 tournament, game. And so yeah, I mean, Cincinnati's obviously played better than Texas Tech has this year. And, I don't know how good Cincinnati's chance of making NCAA tournament is. They have over 30 wins. That does help. I mean, this is in Arlington, so there's probably more Texas Tech people there than Cincinnati people there. And Texas Tech will probably be trying more because they need to win more than Cincinnati does. So, with potential home field advantage and the and the need to win, I'm gonna go bold and pick Texas Tech to beat Cincinnati tomorrow. Baylor Bears versus Oklahoma State Cowboys. So neither team is ranked. Baylor has a 33-21 record. Oklahoma State 27-22 record. It's a Big 12 tournament game. Baylor with having over 30 wins probably don't need this win as much as Oklahoma State does. I mean, I don't know what the bracketology says, but Baylor's probably close if they're not in there. So yeah, I mean, this is at Texas. There's could be more Baylor people there and Oklahoma State people there. So yeah, it could be possible home field advantage. And yeah, I um I think Baylor will beat Oklahoma State tomorrow to move on to the next round. Houston Cougars versus Kansas State Wildcats. So neither team is ranked. Houston is 29-24 record. Kansas State 31-23 record. It's a Big 12 tournament game, so this obviously could, you know, Kansas State. I mean, a win could give them ahead of some other people. I don't know how good their odds are. I mean, they're probably not terrible. Whereas for Houston, I mean, I could say they're probably gonna definitely need a win to have a chance of making the NCAA tournament. So yeah, this could be interesting. Houston's a former Group of Five, so who knows how much that affects the fan base going to watch the game. And, Kansas State, obviously they're a long time Big 12 member. Hmm. Yeah, it'll be an interesting. This could be an interesting one, but I think Kansas State beats Houston tomorrow. And that's it for picks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my picks. Do you agree with them? Do you not? If you have different picks, you can put them in the comments. But other than that, please like, subscribe, and all that. Thank you for listening, and look forward to the next video.